Picture this, you're on a sinking ship. The lifeboats are within reach, but you refuse to let go of the railing. Sounds absurd, right? But what if that sinking ship is your relationship? Just like a doomed vessel, a failing relationship can pull you under. But it's not always easy to recognize when it's time to jump ship. You might be clinging to the railings of sentimentality, fear of loneliness, or simply the comfort of the familiar, even as the waves of discontent rise around you. We often convince ourselves that we can fix the leaks, that we can bail out the water faster than it's pouring in. But sometimes the best thing you can do is to accept the unavoidable truth. The ship is sinking. So, how do you know when it's time to don your life vest and dive into the unknown? If you're wondering whether it's time to abandon ship, keep watching. Got 7 signs that your relationship might be taking on water. Now it's time to take a hard look at your relationship. Are you seeing any of these 7 signs? Let's start with the first sign. A lack of communication. It's like trying to play charades in the dark. You're guessing, fumbling, and you're just not getting it. If talking to each other feels like pulling teeth, and it's more silent than a library on a Sunday, then it's a sign that there's a problem. Next up, we have constant arguing. It's like a never-ending episode of Judge Judy, but without the commercials. If you're bickering more than an old couple arguing about the thermostat, then you might need to reconsider your relationship. Sign number 3, a lack of trust. If your relationship feels like an episode of CSI Miami, with you constantly trying to decipher clues and second-guessing everything, then it's a red flag. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. Without it, you're just building a castle on quicksand. Moving on to sign number 4, feeling drained. If being in your relationship feels like you've just run a marathon, but without the sense of accomplishment, then it's time to rethink. A relationship should energize you, not leave you feeling like a smartphone with a low battery warning. Sign number 5, no future plans. If your partner avoids talking about the future like it's a spoiler for the next Marvel movie, then it's a clear warning sign. Being in a relationship means planning for a shared future, not avoiding it like a plot twist. On to sign number 6, constant criticism. If your partner has more critiques than a film critic on opening night, then you might want to reconsider. Constructive criticism is one thing, but constant negativity can be as welcome as a skunk at a garden party. Finally, sign number 7, feeling unhappy. If your relationship feels like a rainy day, more often than not, then it's time to analyze why. Happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. And if that journey feels like a road trip with flat tires, then maybe it's time to change vehicles. Remember, no relationship is perfect. It's like a roller coaster ride with its ups and downs, but if your ride feels more like a freefall, then it's time to reconsider. If you've spotted these signs in your relationship, it might be time to consider letting go. It's a tough decision, but sometimes it's the best one for your happiness and well-being. After all, life is too short to be stuck in a relationship that feels like a never-ending loop of a bad sitcom. So, you've recognized the signs, now what? It's time for the hardest part, letting go. But don't be daunted. Letting go is an act of courage, an affirmation of self-love and self-respect. It's about realizing that you deserve better, that you're worth more than settling for less. It's about putting your needs first, even if it means making a tough decision. When you let go, you create space in your life for growth, for new experiences, and for better relationships. It's like pruning a tree. You cut off the dead wood to allow for fresh, vibrant growth. Remember, the end of a relationship isn't the end of the world. It's simply the close of a chapter, making way for the next exciting story in your life. Remember, letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means you're brave enough to embrace the unknown and open yourself up to something better.